let's start by saying, first off, hi, I'm Jasmine. I have a 3-year-old daughter. She'll be 4 in October. I had her, obviously, October 2015. And I had a pretty much straightforward pregnancy at the beginning. In the beginning. When I was 6 months pregnant, I found out that I had a DVT in my left thigh. A DVT is a blood clot. It was very big. It was, it could be life threatening. It could be very fatal. A blood clot can obviously break off and travel up in your lungs, up to your heart. Graciously and gratefully, I did not have that issue. I just caught it. Well, I didn't really catch it, but I thought I just had leg cramps because I was pregnant. But I was able to not have to, it wasn't fatal because I'm here, obviously. But when we caught it, I was admitted to the hospital. They did do ultrasounds. They found a blood clot. Because I was pregnant, I wasn't able to, I was put on heparin, which is a blood thinner, but I could not do pills. I had to do injections. Like I had to inject myself on my sides twice a day, every day throughout my pregnancy and 8 weeks postpartum. So when I was admitted to the hospital, they did an ultrasound. They found that the blood clot was, in my left leg. I was put on heparin. I had to go see a hematologist, and then I was labeled a high-risk pregnancy because of the blood clot, which means that I not only had to go see my OB frequently, but I had to go see a specialist, a special OB. I forgot what it was called. It was 4 years ago. But I had to go see him every week just to monitor the baby and my ultrasound. So I had to go to 3 different doctors every week. And it was very straining. It was very frustrating. It was a lot. It was the dead of the summer. And it was just so annoying. But I got through it. And I was on bed rest as well. I was a server at the time. I was working in a restaurant and I could not work for 4 weeks. And anyone who knows anything about serving, if you don't serve, you don't eat. Like you don't make money. And that was my job. Like that's how I was going to make money to save up for the baby. So I was on bed rest for 4 weeks, which sucked ass. Worse than me having to go to all these doctors. To hell with these doctors. Like I really need to make money. So but I couldn't walk. So like I was griping because I couldn't work, but I couldn't walk. So eventually the medicine did help. Eventually I didn't have to go to all 3 of the doctors every week. It got better. After I had Mackenzie, that being said, Mackenzie was born perfectly healthy. We didn't have any issues, any complications. I did not bleed any more than any average person. I did not, I was about to say break apart. I did not split open, none of that. So I had a very easy 9.5 hour labor and delivery. Kenzie came out healthy. I came out healthy. I just had to remain taking the heparin after I had Mackenzie. But it went from taking it twice a day to once a day, which thank goodness, because I don't like shots, I don't like needles, and having to inject that yourself, I had panic attacks before each time I had to inject that with anything, and I didn't want anyone else to do it. Like the only person that I trusted to give me the injection was my mom, and at some points like she wasn't with me, so it was just, that was a headache. But yeah, 8 weeks afterward I went for my checkup. I got my blood drawn. Everything was fine, or so I thought. Everything was fine. I did not have any issues with my leg. I was not on any medication after I had Mackenzie. I got on birth control, but as far as my leg situation, I was not on it. Fast forward to this year, 2019. Was it 2019? No. Fast forward to 2018. I went to get an ultrasound on my leg and found that it was pieces of old clot on my leg, but it wasn't detrimental. It was not a big deal. I just needed to save blood thinners for like a week, which that doesn't sound right, but it wasn't, maybe not a week, maybe like a month. They only gave me one starter pack and was like, okay, take this and you should be good. But it was never like I was on blood thinners indefinitely. They just saw like, oh, pieces of clot. I don't know who did that ultrasound, but they should be fired. Because fast forward to now, Thursday, my birthday was Wednesday, last Wednesday. Thursday, I woke up and my body was aching. I thought it was because I went out and I partied and I was dropping it low. And I just thought that like I was just partying too hard. So my body was aching. And you know, I just slept it off. I thought I had a hangover and it was fine. It wasn't until Friday when I was walking, like I was walking a lot on Friday, that I noticed my leg would like cramp. It felt like it needed to pop. If you ever felt that, like needing to pop your elbow or crack your knuckles, it felt like that, which wasn't what I felt 4 years ago. 4 years ago, it felt like it was a temperature in my leg and my leg was cramping up. So me having to pop my leg, I wasn't thinking about it like, oh, it's the blood clots. I just thought I need to go to a chiropractor so they can pop my leg because I was dropping it low. Well, Friday night, by the time I got in the bed Friday night, I could not walk up the stairs. Like it was an issue. It hurt so bad. It was a mix between having to pop my leg, having a cramp, and every time like I stretched my leg out, it would seize up. And I was like, I don't know what this is, but it's a problem. Like this is not okay. So Saturday morning, I woke up and I went and told Bae, like, you know, I think I'm gonna just drive myself to the emergency room. Like it's not a big deal. I just want to make sure like it's not anything, you know, detrimental, or it's nothing wrong with me. Basically, I was fully prepared for the emergency room to be like, girl, you're tripping. All you need to do is pop your leg and goodbye. So I called my mom, like, Mom, my leg hurts. She works at the hospital. So she was like, well, Jasmine, just come down and just make sure it's not your blood clots. So I go down, they do an ultrasound on my leg, and they gave me morphine for the pain because by the time I got to a room in the emergency room, my pain level was on a 10. Friday night, it was like a 5-6. I would be limping, but it wasn't hurting so bad. By the time I got to the hospital, after they she could barely like move my leg to do the ultrasound. It was at a 10. So they gave me morphine, they gave me nausea medicine, and they went and read the results. Well, the results came back saying that I have a new clot forming where the old clot was. The good thing is, like, my blood is still, it's not blocking it, so it's still running through the vein, but I may have to get surgery to remove the old clot because it could build up, if that makes sense. So they prescribed me blood thinners because when you have blood clots, they prescribe you blood thinners, and told me I needed to see my hematologist and my primary care, and that's what I'm doing. So I just came on to talk to you all about that because I feel like that's not a discussion people have. I feel like I'm not the only person that years later, after pregnancy, like this is going on. Before pregnancy and even afterwards, I was 100% healthy. Like, yeah, I gained a little weight, but I have always been athletic in a way. Well, I didn't play sports, but I wasn't unhealthy. And after having my baby, which she's a blessing, definitely she's a blessing, but what are the odds that I'm still experiencing pregnancy symptoms or things that happened because of my pregnancy, which I did get that clot because of my pregnancy. The hormones in her blood and the hormones in my blood was just too much for me that I developed a blood clot. So leave me your thoughts down below. I just wanted to come on and share my story. Like, 4 years later, I am still experiencing things I went through in my pregnancy. It was my OB, who was my doctor when I was pregnant. She did tell me that, you know, if I get pregnant again, I am going to have to go on heparin again because my chances of getting a blood clot while I'm pregnant will be higher. But we never discussed it being I would get blood clots just to get blood clots. So I'm going to go see my hematologist tomorrow. I'm going to go see my primary care doctor today. I had to take some time off of work, but I work from home, so that is good. But basically, leave me your comments down below and let me know if anyone of you go through any of this. Have you gone through any of it? Do you still experience pregnancy symptoms or pregnancy mishaps years after you given birth? I really want to know if I am all alone here. I don't think I am, but yeah. So let me know down in the comments below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.